Come on, love. That's what you get for being a dirty stop-out. Oh, you and Maggie were in a right state. Gunpowder cocktails on a school night. You might want to think whether or not that was a good idea while I'm in the shower. Oh, that girl running around, baby. There you go. Tea. Oh, thanks, love. You're such a thoughtful husband. Oh. Oi, come on. It's getting beyond a joke. You don't get a move on, you're going to be late for work. Get up. Karen? Oh, Karen? Karen, wake up, love. Karen? Karen? Karen, can you hear me? Karen? Karen!
Which service do you require?
Ambulance as quick as possible.
Can you tell me the problem?
Yeah, it's my wife. She's unconscious.
Is she breathing?
Yeah, she's breathing, but she won't wake up.
Okay, what's her name?
Karen. Karen Hollins.
Well, I am sure Mrs. Hollins will be there any moment, Dr. Granger. Yeah. Well, goodbye.
Morning.
Good morning, Mr. Bellamy. That was Dr. Granger. Mrs. Hollins is late opening up the campus surgery.
Okay, I'll check in on her in a minute.
Yes, well, I...
You all right? The trees are being viewed at all 900 hours.
And the leaves have joined the fiddle section.
Eh?
What?
What are you talking about?
Well, you're the one who started with the double speak. Shh. All right, chill out. We're in a John le Carré novel all of a sudden. Is the environmental inspection happening today or not?
We're the only ones that should know about this, nobody else.
Don't worry. The dirty little secret is safe with me.
Can you hear me, Karen? Karen, can you hear me? Karen? It's going to be all right, love. The ambulance is on its way. Come on!
Freezing breath on a window pane, lying waiting.
It won't be long, love. It won't be long.
So help me out here. I'm trying to find the best firework display to take Joe to.
Well, the one at Leatherbridge Park is supposed to be pretty good.
Sets the music of One Direction. I don't think so.
Let's go crazy, crazy, crazy till we see the sun. Live while we're young, One Direction.
Yeah, I love that song.
So, I'm trying to find something that'll be special because it's Joe's first time.
What about something traditional? A bonfire in the village green?
What, full of yummy mummies and kids called Tarquin?
Yeah, that's if they haven't closed them all down on health and safety grounds. I don't know what's wrong with people nowadays. They seem to forget when we were growing up, there were bonfires springing up everywhere.
Oh, that's a bit of an exaggeration. Maybe in Cardiff.
No, I remember when David next door caught fire.
You're joking, right?
No, someone put a firework in his hood.
Any more helpful suggestions, Jazz?
Oh, my family were more into Diwali. Thought bonfire night was a pretty poor second.
You've been a great help.
Look, I'm sure wherever you take Joe, he's going to love it. There's something magical about fireworks, isn't there? The rest of the stuff doesn't really matter.
What's wrong with it? Excuse me, what do you think's wrong with it?
Look, just try and stay calm. We're doing everything we can. Do you have any idea how Karen got blood on her ear? Mr. Hollins, there was some clear fluid on the pillow.
What?
Did something happen to Karen? Karen?
Oh, love. You scared the life out of me.
Yeah, okay, thanks very much. Bye-bye. If you wouldn't mind going and waiting in that room over there, please. Okay, hello, what's your name? Sorry, bear with me, I've got to get this. A little bit crazy this morning. Hi, campus surgery?
Busy? Or is that a silly question?
What is it, ma'am?
Well, I've just wondered how you were doing.
In what regard?
With the new regime.
Oh, yes, fine.
Good, are you finding it helpful?
I suppose.
Well, be careful not to be too stressed. It's difficult to control your eating when you're stressed.
I'll bear that in mind. Now, is there anything else? Quite busy today. A lot of eggs in one pond.
Shouldn't that be basket?
Yes. Yes?
Excuse me. Dr. Granger is getting very busy at the campus surgery. He wants to know when Mrs. Hollins will get there.
Well, it's not the first time she's been a few minutes late.
Mrs. Hollins can be a little disorganized, but I was only saying this morning.
Tell Daniel I'll call her, find out what's going on. Now, is there anything else, ladies? Anything on your mind? Anything you wish to offload?
Let's go.
It's all right, love. Everything's going to be all right.
This is Karen Hollins, GCF 7, pulse 80, SATS 97, BP is 130/90. She was found unconscious by her husband this morning. There's been some CSF and blood leakage from her left ear. Karen, can you hear me? Do you know where you are? Could I have a word?
Yeah.
Daniel just thinks I can wave a magic wand.
A word.
I'm sorry, but he needs to realise it's impossible to find a receptionist at this late notice.
Daniel can cope. The question is, can you?
What?
You've been out of sorts for a while now. Pasty looking.
I'm fine.
As partners, we need to know that you're on top of your game. With all this polyclinic stuff going on, this is not the time to be weak.
Very soon, I hope this polyclinic will cease to be a problem.
Based on what? Al's crazy hunch?
It's a little more than that.
This stick thin, Howard.
Then why don't you come up with a plan B?
Well, I will. In fact, I've given it lots of thought.
I'm all ears.
So, about these newts. Has anyone actually seen the damn things, or are we just basing this on what Al said?
He seems pretty confident.
Well, those inspectors are going to have to find plenty.
Yes, I suppose they would.
They're taking Karen to CT for a scan. If there's anything you can tell me that could help the doctor. The blood on her ear, the fluid on her pillow, they're both indicators that she suffered some severe head trauma. Has something happened?
No, she was fine.
An injury? A fall, perhaps? Look, we need to know.
No, I was sure that she was fine.
Go on.
She'd been out to meet a friend for a drink and I came to pick her up and she was drunk and tried to get into the driver's side, so I told her to go round the back of the car, but I checked. I did check before I reversed. She must have dropped something.
You hit her with a car?
Yes.
So what time was this?
About 10:30.
So why didn't you bring her here to get checked over?
Because she said I'd only hit her shoulder. I wanted to bring her here, but she refused. No. She swore to me that she was all right.
Well, you did say she had been drinking, which can mask a lot of the pain. Did you actually see what happened?
No. Look, if I'd have thought that she was really hurt, then I would have brought her here straight away.
Social networking is not appropriate during work time, Dr. Haskey.
It's work. If you're going to take such a reductive view.
These newts, how do we know they're going to take to their environment?
Well, they're not especially picky, unlike some.
It's been a week since I left them there. They could have moved.
What, packed their little bags and headed off for some sunnier climes? Or should that be their little newt cases?
This is serious. How do we know they're even still alive?
I don't know. They don't tend to commit mass suicide.
Are they going to be there or not?
Look, we are attempting to change the whole biodiversity of an area. It's bound to have consequences. You know, the loss of synchrony between species.
Eh?
It takes time to find out the winners and losers in the great evolutionary circle of life. We're trying to be gods, Howard. Have that right. Howard? To be a god.
Jack, hey! Yeah. It's your mum. She's had an accident. Amy, calm down. She's having a scan now, so I really won't know anymore until she comes out. No, don't cry, love. There's no need to cry. No. It's okay, mate. You don't have to. No, I can manage. Oh, you've started packing already. Don't do that. No, listen. Stay where you are, and I'll let you know as soon as I've got any news. I'm at St. Phil's in ICU. Let me know when you're here. Okay, bye. Love you. Howard.
Just had Rob on the phone.
Does that mean the lovely Karen is coming back?
She's in St. Phil's.
What, as a patient?
What happened?
They're not sure. They're running tests.
What sort of test?
Something to do with the head.
Oh my God.
What more did Rob say?
Nothing. It was quite rushed.
I'll pop down and see what's going on.
Yeah, good idea.
I can cover for you if you want.
Thanks.
Give me a call when you know something.
Daniel, again. What is Karen playing at? What?
Mrs. Hollins is in hospital.
What's the matter? Is she all right?
Heston's just gone over there to find out.
I suppose I could go over to the campus and help Daniel in a bit.
Yes, I'd appreciate that.
Well, do we know how long she's going to be in there?
I don't know. It's a head injury.
Howard told me. How is she?
Not good.
I'm sorry about that. Do you know where she is?
Yeah, she's being rushed into surgery.
Do you know what kind?
Not exactly, no. Someone tried to explain. All I know really is that they're trying to reduce swelling on the brain.
Right. I'm sure it'll be fine. I'll just go and talk to someone.
Thanks.
Right, Jimmy is taking Heston's patients for the rest of the morning.
Will Dr. Carter be back for afternoon surgery?
I hope so. It's been enough trouble trying to sort out this mess.
Oh, I wonder when he will call with news.
Let's just concentrate on getting this done, shall we?
Poor Mrs. Hollins. So, do you think it is something serious?
Well, it's all speculation until we hear back from Heston.
What shall I do about putting Mrs. Hollins back on the rota?
Let's organise cover for the rest of the week, shall we?
What's that? Karen's off? Huzzah! A few days without Gobby Hollins and her dreadful jokes.
Dr. Heskey!
Oh, come on! What was that one the other week? A man walks into a bar, ouch. It's not funny.
A colleague, a friend of ours is in hospital, and you stand there making stupid remarks.
I've already asked you very nicely to wait.
Wished you hadn't called at all.
You are a lifesaver.
You owe me big time, Daniel. Being deprived of a bagel puts you in this kind of a mood.
You have no idea what kind of a nightmare morning I have had.
I think I'm pretty much up to speed.
Any news on Karen?
No, not yet.
Do we know what happened?
All Howard said was that it was some kind of head injury.
A fall?
Well, I have heard that Karen was out on the razzle last night, so that much we do know.
Okay. So she got plastered, banged her head. Classic Karen.
Maybe.
Well, there's more to it than that.
I don't know, Daniel. But I do know that Karen is tough as old boots. Anyway, we can't sit around talking about this all day. Come on, up you get.
What?
Chop, chop, I need to get on.
Yeah, I asked you here to cover reception.
Over my dead body.
I can't very well be expected to go out there.
And why is that, Daniel?
Because it's chit-chat and answering the phone, that kind of thing. I'm a partner.
Well, as am I.
Yeah, but I've been out there all morning.
Well, you've had lots of practice then.
It's demeaning.
So you'd be happy for me to do it?
Yeah?
That's your mistake. Let's just focus on why we're here. Karen is in the hospital.
Fine, I'll go.
Remember that you are the public face. You need to smile and be pleasant at all times. If you do a good job, I'll give you some money to buy something pretty.
Karen's had an extensive bleed on the brain, which has caused some serious swelling.
And how do they stop that?
Well, they're doing a craniotomy, which should stabilise her.
Should.
Early days, one step at a time. I realise how difficult this is for you.
Dear.
One more thing, surgeon doing the operation, Mr. Palmer, friend of mine, top notch.
Daydreaming? Is that on par with social networking?
Thinking time. You should try it.
You're going to feel a hell of a lot better when you hear this.
What is it?
Hashtag newts. Defence of wildlife over progress is a travesty. Great crested newt will bring the NHS to its knees. I think we can safely assume that's Lucas. Then the environmental lobby gets in. Declare Leatherbridge a newt sanctuary. Ooh. Russians send gerbils, mice and snails to space death, but newts survive.
Give me that.
That last one's got a video attached. Good news, huh?
It's been nearly 2 hours. I mean, what's going on?
I'm sure it's fine.
Yeah, well, I wish I was.
I've seen patients with similar injuries to Karen who've shown amazing resilience.
Right.
One man was in a coma for nearly 3 weeks, and he came out relatively unscathed.
What does that mean?
Well, there's a lot about the brain that we still don't understand.
No, just answer the question. What does it mean, relatively unscathed?
Brain injuries are notoriously difficult to predict.
All right, Heston, I'll put it another way. In your opinion, is Karen going to be okay or not?
It's not that simple.
With the greatest of respect, this is not really helping me.
Rob, I can only imagine how you're feeling.
No, you can't imagine what I'm feeling because my wife is in there fighting for her life, and it's my fault. I'm sorry, Heston.
If there's anything you need, anything at all,
Yeah, thanks.
Look, you have a cold, okay? Just go home, get rest, drink plenty of fluids. That's it. That's all I have for you.
Thanks for nothing.
So, how many times do I have to tell someone that antibiotics are not a cure for the common cold? Seriously, I can understand why GPs just write the prescription.
You don't mean that.
No.
Are you okay?
Aston should have called by now.
Well, I'm sure he will as soon as he can.
It's just a not knowing, you know. I just wish I knew something. Karen's like heart and soul of this place. I think sometimes we take her for granted.
Hey, we don't know what's around the corner.
Next, you're going to tell me to make each day count. Oh, yeah.
And always look on the bright side. Karen will be passing the sick bucket.
Yeah.
Stop worrying. She'll be fine.
Will she sleep for a while?
Did Heston mention anything on the phone?
He just asked me to get everyone together.
it's more serious than we thought. A lot more serious.
I'm sorry. So sorry.
So that's where we are at the moment.
Help! Can somebody help, please? Quickly! Quick! Karen! Karen! What's happening to her? What's happening to her? Karen! Karen? Karen?
Oh, no, I just wanted to help.
You have. Thanks for everything.
Oh, please. Please come back to me, love.
I just wondered if you wanted to come again for dinner with me on Friday. Just... I mean, like a date.
Stay with us.